Speaking of great examples, actually, I got a good friend of mine right now that's gonna pop in. Goes by the name of JeMuel. He has a new and empowering song that we play here always on the Wake Boy Morning Show by the name of Rise. So I want to introduce you to our good friend JeMuel here. How's it going, boss?
What's good? What's good? How y'all
doing?
Hello.
Doing good, man. Cool, man. We finally got you on here, man. It's dope, man. So thank you for coming on the show. I just want you to explain to everyone who you are and where you come from, boss.
Oh man, let me try to make that short and sweet. So I was originally in a group named Third Fan, which included my sister and my homeboy Grizz. It was like the next generation Fugees, if you want to call it that.
Ooh, okay.
That's big shoes to fill. But yeah, so we had a nice push. We was doing a lot. We opened up for a lot of artists like Wyclef Jean, Damian Marley, Snoop Dogg, all of that. My sister got pregnant. Hasn't recorded a song since.
Wow.
We had label situations on the table. We had certain things moving, and it was just like she kind of, lost her passion for the music. So me being in a group, that had to switch it up. So I went solo. I'm actually coming back from a 10-year hiatus. Lost twins, just had my first baby girl, growing as a man, but now I'm back to creating the music. So this push literally just started January 18th of me getting back into doing music. So
that's amazing, man. That's awesome, dude. Actually, I found you because I'm a big wrestling fan. And I like, New Japan Pro Wrestling and everything like that. I like the odd stuff, man. But actually, I seen you in a post by a wrestler that I like by the name of Tangaloa. And I'm like, you know what? I heard the song. I seen it was like a workout video. It was kind of motivating, man. So that's what caught my attention. And it's like, man, I need this guy, man. I like the song. It has a lot of drive to it, man. So that's kind of why, like, I kind of push, for your song to be played on here, man. Because it's like a lot of music nowadays. You don't get that vibe. You don't get that, the push, the motivation, man. It's just all, just hooks and blah blah blah. It's nothing like you can go do it. You got to get it. It's empowering, man. So I appreciate that. From you as an artist, man. But what's been the most memorable experience for you as an artist?
The most memorable was we went from, because I don't know if you remember the AN1 mixtapes back in the day.
Yes.
So I had a website called streetballers.net, and we were doing it was doing big numbers back in those days, and that's where music actually started. So we actually started putting our own music to the clips. And I would say one of the most memorable moments is we went from rapping from my mother's closet, recording on Cool Edit Pro, to doing a show in front of 30,000 people, our first ever show. We opened, but it was like we had no room for music. We could not.
Right.
We couldn't. If we were trashed, we were going to be told real quick. So that was a memorable experience. It was like usually you would think you're going to perform in front of two of your friends. We got brought out to Miami to go perform by the damn Miami Arena, and we had to learn quick.
That's amazing, man. And now look, times have changed. Everything's so much different now.
Yeah.
I know,
homie,
right?
Homie, Jazzy, you guys got some questions?
I do, yeah. So tell us a little bit about what you think has been the most difficult hurdle for you to overcome in your music career.
Right now, to be honest with you, I had a conversation with a very intelligent producer last night, and he said something key to me because I'm coming from the mixtape era, press up mixtapes, and doing shows and all these different. It was an old school method of hand to hand physical.
Running the circuit.
Yeah. So now it's like I spent probably the first 2 months, like I put an example as a boxer. Like I'm not just gonna go in the ring and start fighting without getting my cardio up, running, jogging, getting in shape. So that to me, that was the marketing side of things. I took like a good 2 months just to brush up on how to move around in this climate, in this world. But the producer was like, don't forget to actually just create music. You're playing catch up and you're trying to learn stuff, but have fun and just create the music. Everything else does not just take care of itself because you have to know what you're doing to get it heard. But there's a lot of it's oversaturated. But he said, just take your time. You know what you're doing with the marketing, but just create the music. Don't overcomplicate.
Exactly. Oh. Right. Yeah. So since everything is so digital now, like as you said, we went from handing off mixtapes hand in hand, but since it's digital, how do you feel about the internet and its impact on your music career?
At one point, coming from that area, you're like, damn, I can't even sell my CD no more. But now I'm like, you have the ability to reach a lot of people pretty easily if you know what you're doing. Like, you really can't even be
Exactly.
mad at it.
Yeah.
You're not going to make a lot of money off of streams as an independent artist unless you're getting millions and millions of streams. So grow a fan base, build 1,000 fans, leverage that audience. You know, if they're really supportive of you, you can make a living off of leveraging the little bit of people that you have. You know, 8 billion people on earth, you really only need 1,000 of them to truly support you. So, you know, everybody's chasing the clout and the numbers, and they see, you know, the major artists doing all these big numbers. But at the end of the day, just really truly grow a real base, a real fan base. That's what they call it, a fan base. It's a base.
Exactly.
That's some knowledge right there, man. Dope.
Yeah. So yeah.
Homie, you got some questions, boss?
Absolutely. First off, thank you for joining us here on the Wake Up and Win show, my man JeMuel.
Thanks.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate it too, and happy Black History Month too. It's February 1st.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very important. I have a really important question to ask, but let's break it down to one. Could you please give us and the listeners and the watchers, the viewers, excuse me, an example of how you had to change one thing about your practice to try and accommodate COVID-19?
Wow. As far as, well, you see, the thing is, during the midst of COVID and the shutdown, I was still in a hiatus. That was the end of the 10-year hiatus. Like, I literally just came back. But you're asking me pretty much how is my craft kind of like morphed into, how do I have to operate in the midst of the pandemic musically?
Yes.
Okay. So right now, obviously, the internet being so powerful, I mean, people are ordering everything on Amazon, and you can go to the store and buy it, but you'd rather order it on Amazon so you don't got to go to the store. So we're living in a different world now. So my thing is like, try to stay ahead of the curve. So I'm like, maybe I need to do a digital showcase. Maybe if I can't put 200-300 people locally in a club in Orlando anymore, but I might have 2 people in New Zealand and 2 people in Algeria. Put them all in one, collectively put your audience in one place. So I'm like trying to figure out what's the next thing to approach as far as, you know, getting the music heard and engaging with the audience. Trying to stay, what's next? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's great. You're adapting to change, and it's pretty much now in 2021, adapt or die. Forgive me for being indirect and vulgar, but it's intense, you know, and I feel the passion now. Your music to me is irresistible. I'm an older listener, you know, just hit 34, 35, and I'm a big fan of earlier rap. And I'm not saying that you remind me of an old artist, absolutely not. But you give off this intensity that I haven't heard since like a 50 Cent or the early 2004s. And so it's refreshing to my ears being a DJ, you know, like, my man, I got your music, and I'm definitely going to be putting this on my playlist, and I'll be pushing it, you know, my way. And to touch base also on that, what you were mentioning about fans, kind of like what Ryan Leslie said, you know, scale down, start at 100 fans, because that can grow to 300, turn a 3 into a 4, and then get to 1,000. Because once you lock in 1,000 fans with the correct funnel, my friend, that's about $10,000 a month in your pocket.
Cha-ching.
Exactly.
It's a great point. Great point.
They call it smart measurable goals. Like if somebody wants to lose 50 pounds, yeah, you want to lose the 50 pounds, but how about you figure out what you can do within a week, within a month, you know, like, so because you're gonna give up if you don't lose those 50 pounds that first week. But if you know, okay, I just gotta lose a pound, work your way to it, you know.
You gotta lose those first 5 pounds.
Yeah, you gotta start.
So anybody out there who's struggling with weight loss. Yeah, but I appreciate this, man. I appreciate this.
I want to just throw these questions out the window, my man, and just have a conversation with you. But we're kind of short on time. But don't be a stranger with this show. Absolutely, and definitely continue to submit your music, because after Don Julio exposed Rise, you know, you can touch upon that shortly. But like the song we just played, my goodness, it's just such an uplifting type of empowerment, like you said. So thank you for coming on to the show. Julio, take it from here.
Yeah, man. So before we get out of here, man, where can they find you so our listeners know where to find your music at?
You can go on JeMuelmusic.com, and you could pretty much find it everywhere on, you know, all platforms will be connected to JeMuelmusic.com, or on the IG JeMuel_music. And just stay tuned. I got some incredible stuff coming in the pipeline, and I was rusty on Rise, but people still like the message. So at the end of the day, you're gonna see. That was rusty. 10-year rust, man. Ring rust.
Well, we're about to play it right now, man.
I loved it. I'm ecstatic. I love that song.
Why don't you introduce it, man, so we can play it right now?
Yeah, this is JeMuel coming out of Orlando, Florida, born in the Bronx, representing all those that are on the grind. It is a new year. Stay motivated. This song, Rise, is motivational for anybody trying to surpass all expectations and overcome any obstacles.
Let's do it, man. It's the Wake Boy Morning Show. You already know.
Thank you, JeMuel.
Appreciate you, boss.
Appreciate you guys. We'll do this again.
No problem, man.
Eyes on the prize with positive vibes. I would advise your circle, top it at 5. Cause loyalty is priceless. When the limelight dims, make believes known to disappear like a flight risk. Fled away, I'm never phased. Motivated, set ablaze. Day one, set a date.